All right, so now we're looking at question 4 at the bottom of page 5. So looking at this, again, I got the graph started. I want a region in the xy plane bounded by y equals 4. That's my horizontal line right here. Y equals 1 over x squared. We actually used that at the top of the page for a different problem. 1 over x squared, it's this curve that on your calculator, it looks like it gets like, it almost looks like it's on the x-axis, but if you trace it, you'll notice that it's just a curve that sits above the x-axis. That's just, the x-axis becomes an asymptote for that. So what I did was I kind of like, again, it's this whole curve that comes down and around, and then it goes on. I just want that little portion for my bounded region. So when I graph this on my calculator, I zoom in on the region, and then on my paper, I just kind of draw what I need. Y equals x is the diagonal line that I have going through as well. So there's my bounded region. Again, I did this on the calculator. You need to zoom in. You have to make sure you can find that, okay? Each cross section perpendicular to the y-axis. So if I'm perpendicular to the y-axis, that means everything is right minus left, which means I have some work to do, okay? However, I'm building with squares. So to find the volume, I have to integrate area. So that would be, how do I find the area of a square? Side squared. Well, how do I find the length of a side? Top minus bottom squared. So, oh, sorry, silly. Right minus left, because we're going right minus left. So that distance right there is going to give me the length of the side of the square. And so that side squared, there we go. So now I'm just going to do some scrap work over on the side. I've got the equation y equals 4. Okay. I also have the equation y equals 1 over x squared. So I need to solve that for x. So x squared y equals 1. So then x squared equals 1 over y. X equals positive negative square root 1 over y. And then I have y equals x, which means x equals y. So I've got some equations here that I can use now for my right minus left. Other things that I need, because I'm going right minus left, I need y coordinates. So all of my squares, this point right here, this is the point 1, 1. So all of my squares are going to go from when y is equal to 1 all the way up to where y is equal to 4. So for the volume, it's going to be the integral from 1 to 4. Those are again moving up the y-axis. And then I need to do side squared. Well, how do I find the length of one side? I do right minus left. So the right side is from my line minus the left side is from my curve, which I know is the square root of 1 over y squared dy. So that's my setup for question number 4. If I put this on my calculator, I would actually type it in with x's, but I think we tested this in class and somebody did it with y's and it worked that way too. I'm just used to typing everything with an x, even though I write it with a y. Hopefully that makes sense.